let's get started. We'll let people jump on if they're going to jump on. So the first thing we're going to do is welcome to HIIT. So basically, it's high intensity interval training. It's part of our programs for adaptive adventures. It's almost like a cross training. And the biggest thing with this, it's segments of 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. It's usually 20 to 10. It varies on the time, but you really want short bursts of work and then quick rest. And what it's doing, it's spiking your heart rate, which really works on building that muscular endurance, building a lot of things we work on, especially if you guys are going to cycle. I mean, we have people that climb, all kinds of sports that we offer. So yeah, let's get started with the warm-up. The first one we're going to do, and this is, I think, another person joining us. So we're going to do a horizontal stretch. So you're going to extend those arms out, nice and comfortable, and then you're going to start rotating the wrist with it. So it's a multiple movement. Now, if you do have injury or you do have pain, you can individualize it and just do one at a time. So go ahead and get started. I'll start the timer. So in about 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, you're going to elevate up. Now you're going to do the same thing. So you can do a static hold like Mark was doing, or you can add that rotation. So we're hitting both sides of the shoulder, the front. From here, the next one we're going to go into is our triceps. So start with your left hand, arm, and then you're going to lean to the right. So really stretch that out. In about 5 seconds, you're going to rotate. So grab the other one. Good job. From here, now we're going to move down. So bring those arms down, either you're seated or standing or on the ground. Bring that shoulders up. Some people just like straight up. You can also roll back or you can roll forward. So your choice, really squeeze the scapula. You're rolling back. Exaggerate that movement. Good job, Mark. Good job, Frank. Hello, Vanessa. We just got started. We're just warming up the body. From here, if you're going back, go ahead and go forward. And the next one we're going to go into is now, if you're seated on the ground, I want you to keep your palms facing away from you. You're going to reach back. Nice where you feel comfortable, and then bring it back in. There you go. Good job, Mark. Some people can touch, so if you look at it from the side, if you're able to touch, if not, just go ahead and go back. From here, we're going to focus on our wrists because we are going to hold weights today. If you're going to hold weights, so go ahead and bring those palms together, and you're just going to go up and down. Nice and comfortable. So really work on the wrist. Next one we're going to transition to, so we're going to focus on reaches. So go ahead and bring that left arm over. Keep this right arm nice and down, and then just stretch. Really reach out. About 5 seconds. We're going to rotate opposite side. Go ahead and bring it down. Relax. Make sure you're breathing within all the stretches. You should feel it in your obliques. Good job, Mark. Good job, Frank. Vanessa, Brent. From here, you're going to come down. So if you're seated, you're going to move the trunk. If you want to stand, and then you're just going to move the hips. So really focusing, we use our hips a lot in cycling, those hip flexors, the IT band, the glutes. So your choice, either seated on your chair, all seated athletes, and then those that want to stand. So go ahead in 3 seconds. You're going to rotate opposite. So go ahead and start the other way now. And if you're standing, I want you to take your hands on both knees and now focus on your knees. So usually those that cycle, the patella gets irritated just because there you go. So we really want to focus on these knee joints. We'll go ahead and rotate to the other way. And if you're seated, you can do one at a time, manually moving it. From here, next one we're gonna do is if you're seated. How's it going, Jim?
All right, pretty good. Thanks, Gilbert.
Yes, sir. We're just warming up. So you're gonna do a back arch. So you're just gonna reach behind. If you're seated, if you're standing, there you go, Mark. You can just reach back. Really want to feel comfortable. We never want to feel pain. All right. From here, you're gonna bring those arms forward. If you're seated, you're gonna come down and then up. So really arching the back as you come down. If you're standing, you can just reach down to the ground, Mark. Touch those toes. You can bounce, so dynamic, or you can just hold wherever you feel comfortable. Good job. Next one we're gonna do, if you're seated, you can do a hip opener. So you can either move your legs, if not manually, open them. And then those standing, you can do a squat. There you go. So this is where it really engages the hip, which that pain will never go away when you cycle. Just part of life. So really open up the hips. Next one, we're gonna take our right arm across the body, really working on the triceps, and then squeeze. And all these you can stay longer. The goal is to really emphasize stretching. All right, and then we're gonna rotate arms. Nice. All right. Go ahead and get relaxed. I'm gonna go over the first circuit. Keep stretching, Jim. Just joined us. The first one today we're gonna do is we always do 3 circuits. First one's gonna be plyometric or cardio. So for the seated version, I'm gonna give a couple. There's 2 of them you can do. If you need an adaptation, please ask me. First one's gonna be a seated X. So you can either reach all the way down to your ankle, to your shin, your knee, wherever you feel comfortable, and you're turning your body with it. Now, if you want to work on legs, you're able to move them, then you can do leg raises. One at a time, that's the seated versions. And then those standing, so seated athletes will do those 2. Those standing, you can do either a quarter squat, nice and controlled if you're barely learning how to do these or you're coming back from an injury. If not, you're gonna do a sumo squat. So I don't know if you can see my feet. I'll back up a little bit. Sumo squat is a little bit wider stance. You can hold the weight if you want to, a dumbbell. For example, you hold it right here in front of you, and then you're dropping down and coming up. So it's just a deeper squat. It really helps us in those sports that we use our big quads and hamstrings. The second one we're gonna do, seated athletes will do seal jacks. There you go. So really squeezing the back. And then those standing, you can either add toe taps if you don't want to jump, or you're jumping, you're doing the full movement. So it's all your own pace. The third one today is gonna be seated athletes or those sitting. You're gonna do side reaches. So really focusing on moving across planes. If you wanna do standing, you can always do these 2, and you're just stepping with it. The harder version or something challenges you more is a side lunge. So now you're going, and then I really can't do it in this space, but you're stepping. So that's the third one, and I'll always repeat what we're doing. We can always show it. And the last one, seated athletes or seated participants, you're gonna do battle ropes. Essentially, just like if you had a rope, you're really focusing on moving. You can do it fast, your choice. Standing, I want you to go in a small squat, good form, and then you could do fast, or you're really squatting with it. So those are gonna be the 4. Grab some water. If you guys wanna mute yourself, and then we're gonna get started. I'll be your timer if you wanna play music. So we're gonna start in about 5 seconds. Oh, 10, I'm sorry. Grab some water. And every exercise we do is 2 times. So if everyone's ready, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1 with the seated X or those sumo squats for 30 seconds. There you go, Mark. So go at your own pace. The biggest thing is to keep moving. Even if you take it slow, do the slow motion. There you go, Jim. Halfway there. 15. Good job, Frank. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got 15. Good job, Mark. Good job, Brent. There you go, Frank. Good job, Jim. Vanessa. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and second set. Go ahead and get started, Frank. There you go. Halfway there. You can also do reaches, Frank. It engages those hamstrings. There you go. So reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. So that's a seated modification, is when you do a reach, it hits the glute and the hamstring. Second one is seal jacks for everyone, seated or standing. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and get started. Job, Mark. There you go, Frank. Job, Brent. Good job, Jim. Vanessa. 20 seconds. Halfway there. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're going to do that one more time. This one, I want you to focus on speed and really squeezing in the back. Make sure you're drinking water. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and get started. $20 seconds. Good job, Jim. Halfway there, 15. 10. There you go, Mark. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Next one we're doing is either side reaches or you're doing standing side reaches or lunges. Your choice, wherever you enjoy. 3, 2, go ahead and get started. There you go, Frank. Good job. Job, Jim. 20 seconds. In all this, focus on your breathing, especially cyclists. 10 seconds. There you go, Jim. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got one more of those. Either side reaches, standing side reaches, or side lunges. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, go ahead and get started. Good job. There you go. Good job, Mark. Remember, it's to your level. Some people like really deep lunges, if not a quarter. Halfway there. Good job, Frank. Good job, Jim. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, last one. Battle ropes for seated athletes or standing. Biggest thing is you can do slams fast. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and get started. There you go. Good job, Mark. There you go, Jim. I think he's the drummer for Metallica. 15 seconds, halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got 15 seconds, and we take a break. We got 10. Make sure you're drinking water, stay hydrated. And the biggest thing in all movements is breathe with it. Starting 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and jump in whenever you're ready. So now if you're standing, you're engaging the glutes too, those big quad muscles if you're standing. Halfway there. There you go, Jim. Good job. He's got the cowboy hat on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got a minute and a half. Grab some water. I'm going to go over our second circuit. For this one, it's going to be the strength circuit. What we're focusing on today, it's going to be shoulders, biceps, triceps, and that's what we're going to focus on. The first one you're going to do, seated athletes or those standing, you're going to do, I don't know the official name for this. I learned it from my good friend Luke, who runs our Dragon Boat program. You're going to have those palms facing away from you. Then you're bringing this one down, the right arm, back up. So just nice. Make sure your weights, you're able to handle that weight, keeping that form. This really works for that upper body, for the rotator cuff. Now, if you don't want to do that one, you can do this seated or standing. You're going to do what's called an up and over. You can hold a dumbbell, anything that adds weight, and then you're just going to go over and back. You can do the standing, over and back. You can do those, I guess, windshields, I would call them. Those both work. That's the first exercise. The second one, same thing. If you have your weights, if you're seated athlete or standing, you're going to do what's called those bicep curls, meaning those palms are facing away. Start with the straight arm. You're going to come up all the way, rotating those wrists inward, and then you're coming back down 90 degrees. Turn them back here. What that's working is our forearm, our bicep, and a movement that we really don't ever work, our forearms. So especially for steering the bike, if you're upright cyclist, those triceps really get engaged. If you're on a trike, you really got to focus on your steering. That's the way we'll engage it. For other sports, climbing, forearms are huge. A lot of sports. The next one we're going to do is a variation we done last week is the bent over row for seated athletes. You're going to lean forward. You're going to start with the palms facing you. Then you're bringing that up. Nice squeeze. There you go. Mark's got it. If you're standing, same thing. Nice lean. And then you're bringing that row up. This is a huge movement for a lot of different sports. And then the fourth one is a new one we haven't done. They've done it, I think, in a couple other programs, is the underhand front raise. So palms are facing the ceiling. We're going to bring those straight, those arms nice and up. There you go. Good job, Mark. Make sure the weight is nice. There you go. And you could do it without weight too, Frank. That's perfect. If you're going to do it without weight, and you really want to focus on slowing it down, raising, and then that nice and back. So just if you don't have weight, you just slow down the movement. It's something you could do at home too. And with resistance bands, I think I sent you some, Frank.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
got.
Okay, yeah. So there's something you can do at home.
I was just practicing my technique.
Yeah. So resistance band, same thing, is you're controlling that movement. So those are going to be the four. Grab some water. We'll start the music. Start the timer. We're going to start first with those windshields up and down. If not, you're doing that up and over. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and get started. Either the windshields or you're doing that up and over with one weight. There you go, Frank. Good job. Good job, Mark. Good job, Jim. This is a huge movement for those that are hand cyclists. It's huge on the rotator cuff and those paddle sports. Anything that's really upper body. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we got 15. Make sure you're drinking water, and everything you do is breathe in, breathe out. Biggest thing is anything you pull is when you breathe. So when you're bringing that down. All right, go ahead and get started. Second set, either windshield wipers or that up and over. There you go. Good job, Frank. Good job, Mark. Really squeeze that at the bottom. There you go, Jim. Job, Vanessa, Brent. Halfway there, 15 seconds. 10. Remember, if you need to slow it down, and then just focus on the form. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job, everyone. Next one we're gonna do is gonna be that bent, the curls, and then down. Starting in 3, 2, 1. So if you're standing, it's just straight arms. Turn it to the 90 and back up. There you go. Really drag it down slow. You're gonna start feeling and work out those forearms. Halfway there, 15. Biggest thing too is relax those shoulders. Really engage your bicep muscle. There you go. Good job, Mark. 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go, Frank. And rest. So this one's huge, specifically for cycling, because I know cyclists are on. Triceps, especially if you're upright bike, when you're gonna that climb, and then those hand cyclists or trikes is really steering. Go ahead and get started one more time. So in your mind, set a goal of what you want. If you want to go fast, slowing it down, you just go on form. Forearms is something we really don't work out a lot. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, next is that bent over row. Either seated athletes, nice lean and squeeze. If you're gonna do it standing, nice lean, and you coming up. Go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and go ahead and row. This could be done with a band too at home. There's machines for this. Biggest thing is really squeeze when you get to the top. 15 seconds. Job, Jim. Like the haircut. 10 seconds. And this is is where you breathe. As you come up, breathe in, and then breathe out as you go down. And rest. We got one more. There's a couple of variations for this as well to target different areas. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and get started. There you go, Mark. Good job. And always, if you want to do a different exercise that fits with it, throw it in there. 20 seconds. Good job, everyone. Halfway there, 15. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Last one for this strength circuit. Those underhand front raises. So palms are facing up and you're just coming up. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and get started. There you go, Frank. Job, Jim. There you go, Jim. Job, everyone. Halfway there, 15. Good job, Vanessa. Good job, Brent. 10 seconds. So this could be done without weight too, and you're just working on that shoulder. 3, 2, and rest. So remember, you can drop weight if it's feeling too heavy, and then you just slow down the movement. You go a little bit higher. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and get started. Job, everyone. There you go, Mark. Good job. 20 seconds. Halfway there, 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got a minute and a half. Grab some water. We're going to go in for our last circuit. And then we have the HIIT challenge we do every week. It's going to be, I think, still same exercise. For this one is our boxing circuit. So There's 4 exercises, same thing, and I'll never change. What we're doing today, first one we're gonna do, diagonal jabs. If you're a seated athlete, I want you to focus on just moving that trunk, really just moving around in your seat. Now, if you're standing, if you choose to do a standing, is get in a boxing pose, meaning one foot will go forward. For me, it's my left foot. And then I just want you to bounce in it. It adds that cardio element. You're really nice at the chin. That's going to be the first one. Second one we're doing today is the speed bag. So you can do it here if you do have shoulder pain or you just don't want to work out shoulders anymore. It's right in front of you. If not, then you're doing it overhead. You could do it one at a time, working individually, or you can do it together. I've seen people do it backwards too. The third one we're going to do, it's going to be hooks. So just going across the face right here. It's almost like a C. There you go, Jim. And the last one we're doing today, it's going to be combination. So there you go, Mark, is you can make it your own. I usually just go a simple one, but it's a combo. So you do a jab, jab, uppercut, or you do jab, jab, you know, hook, whatever you choose. Those are, you can just go fast too. Some people like different. So make it your own. The biggest thing with HIIT and a lot of programs is you make it what you wanted in your challenge. So we're going to get started in about 5 seconds. Grab some water. We're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're starting with those diagonal jabs. So really find your pace and breathe. There you go, Jim. 20 seconds. Job, Mark. 15, halfway there. Job, Frank. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going to do that one more time. And then starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more time. Diagonal jabs, find your rhythm, make sure you're breathing. If you're a seated athlete, move that trunk around. If you're standing, I want you to add that little squatting element. Good job, everyone. You go, Jim. 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're going into our next one. It's going to be that speed bag, either right here in front of you or over, depending where you want to target. If you don't want to work on the shoulders anymore, do it right in front of you, and go ahead and get started. Job, Frank. There you go, Jim. Job, Mark. It's a good modification. There you go, Mark. 15 seconds, halfway there. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Good job, Mark. He added weights in there. Same thing. Like I said, if you want to modify it, make it your own. 5 seconds. We got one more of those, either seated athletes or standing. Go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, and work. "20 seconds. Good job, everyone. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're going into our third one. Make sure you're drinking water. It's going to be those hooks. So right here, right across the face. Seated athletes, I want you to move with it, right, with your trunk. You're going to do it standing, and you're coming up and down. Go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Really engage those triceps, the biceps. Halfway there. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, everyone. Make sure you're drinking water. Notice your breathing. We got 8 seconds. Do that one more time. Then we're going to our combos. 3, 2, 1, and those hooks again. 20 seconds. There you go, Jim. Good job, Mark. Good job, Frank. Brent, Vanessa. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Last one. Make it your own. It's that combo. We're starting in 8. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and get started. There you go, Mark. Remember, slow it down if you need to. Work on that form. There you go, Jim. Halfway there. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Grab some water. We got one more, and we get a break, and we're doing a HIIT challenge. We do every week, starting in 5, 4. Make sure to jump in when you're ready. Go ahead and get started. Slow it down if you need to. Focus on your form, on that reach. 20 seconds. There you go, Mark. He's adding weights to it, so slow it down. 10 seconds. Good job, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we got a minute of rest. For this one, we're going to do HIIT challenge. We do one every week, and it just goes up. It's one specific exercise that we go start from 30 seconds and build up to a minute. So today, what we're going to do, it's going to be for seated athletes or those sitting down, it's going to be a crunch twist. So right here, you can hold a dumbbell, water bottle. If you really wanted a challenge and you're able to, you can lift those legs. And now you're just going back and forth. If not, just ground yourself. It's not about the spine. It's just moving those arms, the head with it. Now, if you want to do it standing and work on your balance, and you can do knee twists. That's another way. And if not, you can go to the ground and then really elevate or keep your, wherever you feel comfortable. We're going to do this one for 40 seconds today. We started with 30, then 35, and 40, and we work on it every week. So just challenge yourself, pushing yourself. We're going to get started in about 20 seconds. So make sure you're drinking water. If you want to add a weight, by all means, please do. You can add 2 and hold them, and then really focus on that core, which we use a lot in a lot of sports, especially cycling. I just had a long talk with Chris about it. So if everyone's ready, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and get started. Find your pace, just like in a lot of sports we do. Really find that factor that you like, the pace you like. Just keep working at it. 25 seconds. Some people really like speed. 20 seconds. There you go, Jim. Good job, Frank. Good job, Mark. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're entering our cool down. That was HIIT. Cool down. The first one we're going to do is we're going to stretch out. We're going to start with our neck. So I want you to start just rotating to the left. Everything you do, focus on breathing. Rotate to the left, then bring it to the center and go opposite to the right. Good job. There you go. We're going to do about 3 turns. Then center and then back to the right. Really notice your breathing. It's about stretching too, but about getting that heart rate down as we got it up. Good job, everyone. Keep going. The next one we're going to do is we're going to focus on our neck. So try to bring it to the right shoulder. And you can add a hand. If you don't, it's okay. Just bring it to the right shoulder. Just stretch it out. And go ahead and bring it to the left. Just get that heart rate down. One more time to the right. And if you do have a neck injury, then that's where you modify it. We do a different stretch. Then to the left. Now we're going to just bring the chin down and keep it there. And then slowly rise up. You're going to do 3 of them. So when you bring the head up, just bring it to center. You don't have to bring it back. That's usually where you get a lot of neck pain. It's not a natural movement. Back down and then back to center. There's 3 of them. Then we're going to go into an upper body twist. If for seated athletes, or you can stand for this, it's just rotating, cooling down. Good job, Frank. All right, next one we're going to go into in about 5 seconds is we're going to start with our left arm. Really work on the shoulder rotation. So you're going to start with your left seated or standing. You're going to bring that back. You do 3 of them and then back forward. The way you modify this, you know your range of motion, and you can close that circle and you do less of an extension. If not, if you're able to bring it fully back, then do. Good job, everyone. Once you get your 3 in at your own pace, go ahead and rotate to the other side to the right unless you started on the left. Good job, Frank. Just getting that shoulder nice and loose, rested. From here, we're going to now go into elevated raises. And then you're going to go down into a W. You're going to do 5 of them at your own pace. This is a workout you could do with weights, with bands as well. Get your 5 at your own weight, your own rate. Good job, everyone. Next one we're going to do is a chest stretch. So go into a hug and you're going to open up. You can also do these with bands if you have them. It's a good way to stretch out the chest, the pectorals. Yeah, so if you had one, there you go, Frank, because you can grip it where you feel comfortable. And then now, yeah, you can do it that way too, Frank. There's a couple ways you could do it. Yeah, there you go. I like it. Yeah, there you go. And now it's causing tension in the inside where this causes tension in the outside when you stretch. There's a couple ways. Good job, everyone. So just a couple of variations. Next one we're going to do, now focus on the lower body. So if you're a seated athlete, you move to the right side, then you could bring that leg back if you're a seated athlete. And if not, you manually raise it. This both work. If you're standing, make sure you're stabilized. You can bring the quad up. You can also do this on the ground. So it's just a good way to always engage the lower body. Go ahead and rotate. Left. If not, you would just shift weight, bring that leg back, or if not, manually raise it. Good job. Next. You all right, Frank?
I got a cramp.
Oh man, we got to get you fluids. Next one you're gonna do is focus on the calf. So if you're standing, I want you to do 10 calf raises. If you're a seated athlete, massage it, the calf. There you go. We got to do some foam rolling for Frank.
Yeah,
He cycles a lot. There you go. There you go. Once you get your 10, next one we're going to do, we're going to do one more. So if you're standing, Mark, go ahead and toe touch as far as you feel comfortable. See the athletes, I want you to bring the trunk forward. There you go, Jim. Try to reach where you feel comfortable. And you could do dynamic ones, Mark. So meaning you could do just bouncing, or you can do a hold, wherever you choose you like. And then, where's that cramp at, Frank? Is it your calf? In the quad?
Back here.
Oh, on your hamstring.
Yeah, well, I put my leg back and drew it up. Kind of knot.
Man.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I got it out.
Yeah, it's from cycling for sure. Yeah, you just got to get some fluids, and then usually it's easy to eat a banana, probably some potassium in it. Next one we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on breathing now. Then we'll be done for the day. First one we always do is put those palms together, standing or seated. Go at your own pace. You elevate up, and that's when you breathe in. Then breathe out. This is huge in all sports, especially we have a lot of cyclists here. It's really teaching your body those deep breaths as we pedal. We have climbers, we have paddlers. So breathing is something we really got to work on. So go at your own pace where you feel comfortable. Rising is where you breathe in. That diaphragmatic breathing that we do in yoga. It's another program we leave that I stole that idea from. So it's basically the belly button wants to go in. Next one, last one, and we're done. Is now opposite. You're going to have those palms out. Same thing. Now breathe. This is where you're expanding those lungs, and then just let it drop. And then again. So as you breathe, rise up. Let it drop. We're going to do 2 more. Last one. And we're done. Stop your watches if you have them. Thank you, Mark, for joining. Welcome to the crew.